And welcome to the Shatkin F.I.R.S.T Monday Morning Minute.
Welcome to the Monday Morning Minute. I'm Bob Gangi, kind of in charge of the operations of the lab and how we process our cases. Just wanted to go over a few things that we have seen over the last several months. Knowing what you're actually selling the patient. If you decide, especially on a roundhouse type product, we have several different roundhouses. And if you send us a form that says roundhouse, we're going to need to know if it's going to be cemented directly to the O-balls, if you're going to be using housings on it, or if it's a Zantex type case, which is a totally different case. One thing I've seen a few times is it came in for a roundhouse and we did try-ins for it. And then when we're going to finish, the office had asked for a Zantex finish. We can't do that. So that's why I want to make sure that you know what you're getting at the very beginning, because we can't change halfway through. Now we can change, but it's going to be a whole new design and it's going to take a little more time doing more try-ins. So that was one big thing I wanted to get across to everybody, that if you're getting a Zantex case, it has a fiber resin substructure, totally different design than our basic cemented or fix-on 6, which is with zirconia. Next thing I wanted to speak about is the stents that you guys are asking for. Dr. Shatkin had mentioned previously, and we've started making the new 3D printed stents. We do have it on the portal, listed as a separate product. Is going to be the 3D new printed stent. These are obviously has to be done with a model and a CT scan. And what we're doing is making that design and then printing it in a hard resin, okay, that's going to go right over. The difference is it's going to be smaller sleeves. These sleeves are only for the pilot drills. So obviously you can't fit that implant through those sleeves. Now the traditional CT stents that we make are kind of vacuum pressed over with the larger sleeves, which you can put your implant through. And then you'll have to use the drill guide. So I just want to make sure everybody's on the same page, that you really can't put the implant through the new 3D printed. But we have that option, and we still do plenty of the other type, where you can have the bigger sleeve and fit that pilot drill guide along with the implant after. Along with that new 3D printed guide, we do not recommend doing a first technique, okay? It's basically for placing that implant and then getting us that new impression. You can do a chairside temporary in the office as well, but get us a new impression, and then we can come do the finished crown or bridge at a later date. So just so you know, you can pull our lap slip on the Shatkin F.I.R.S.T website, or if you do have one in your office in our boxes that we send. If you want to make the distinction between the new 3D stent and the regular, it's right here. So just click or just X mark out, do you want the new 3D stent? If not, just use the regular 3D that we have. And while you're going online, which many of you do, just make sure that you do hit the stent, choose your product, and you can choose the regular CBCT guided stent or the new 3D printed stent. Hit that, make sure you select with teeth, close, make your note, hit OK, and then you got yourself the new 3D stent. Another issue I'd like to speak on is letting us know what type of implant you used. Typically we'll know when we see the impression, but is it a mono? Did you prep it? Is it a regular mini implant with the O-ball and square? Was that prepped at all? Did you put some type of abutment, a true lock or something on it too? Because we'll get the proper pour that way. If we don't know, A majority of our analogs that we'll use are going to be the mini analogs with the oval and square. So please, we came one instance where we had the wrong analogs in there. It fit great on the model, but when it got back to the patient, obviously it was totally different in his mouth because we didn't have the right, the right information needed. So provide as much information as possible so we can kind of go smooth with the case moving forward. So I hope those little tidbits would help with your cases going forward. So I want to make sure everybody's on the same page. And once again, thank you very much, and we'll see you next time on the next Monday Morning Minute.
Join us this fall in Buffalo on Friday, September 19th and Saturday, September 20th for an intro course on mini dental implants. Come learn how this amazing procedure is helping so many people throughout America. And learn from Dr. Todd Shatkin, who's placed over 45,000 mini dental implants in his career. So come and learn from the best out here in Buffalo, New York. We'll see you soon.